Good morning. Looks like we're the only ones on so far. I'm going to pull up our information. So if you need a private reading, I did put it on stream. I did put it on everything. Okay.
How do you know we're the only ones here? Because nobody's showing up here.
Nobody's showing up on the chat, and we have 0 right there.
Where do you see the 0?
0.
Oh.
0 eyes.
Is that on here anywhere?
No, you don't get
Let's see,
that.
private chat. So I don't get the 0 that you.
No. Okay. We'll definitely have to do more advertising before we start.
Now that we've got this.
Good morning, everyone. I know it's a quiet morning this morning, but we're going to get it taken care of here. Hopefully, everybody will start popping in soon. I've got it on live.
I've always wondered how announcers on the radio, how do they know if anybody's listening? They still got to act like they care anyway.
That's true. And maybe now they can see how many people compared to what they used to be. Yeah. What do we think?
Go recruit people.
Well, Calling on Angels has just posted something. So hopefully she knows we're here. She just posted Taurus video. And you need to go, are you on your Facebook?
I am.
Okay, hit your icon again. Oops, bring it down.
This is in these.
Okay, go ahead and go back to here. And hit that icon. Hold it down. Okay.
Hit this?
Mm-hmm. Okay, and bring it up a little bit. Okay, and then hit this. And edit privacy. Public. Yes, we are still working on things and still nobody in.
Change. Cancel. Change.
Change. Okay.
I don't know what we just did, but there it is.
You allowed everybody to see what's going on. So the other thing you want to do is hit the share button. Go back on here and share it. Share now. I'm going to go, it's public, so share now. Okay, and then I'm going to hit my share now, so that we can show everybody we're here.
Not that it's doing any good.
Well, it is a delay, you know that. Okay, and I'm going to check my other account, and then I'll have to go on YouTube. So yes, we're just taking it nice and easy this morning, and we even have a subject and ready to go this morning. Hopefully we have a volume. It's hard to tell since we have nobody here to talk to us. So Pam must be working right now. We were here a little bit early than normal. So
that's why it seems like we've been here for days.
Not quite that long, but yeah. Okay, no dead air. We got to keep talking and stuff. So how was your week? Let's start.
My week.
That. Yeah.
My week was crazy, but they all are. They're crazy good. I remember, who did I talk to this week? I was talking about, she was young enough, I wasn't sure she remembered. You remember Maurice Chevalier, the France guy?
Yeah.
I mean, some people don't know who he is, but I remember him. He was getting older, and somebody said, "How's it feel to be your age?" And he says, "It's great considering the alternative."
Yes.
And so I go with, every day is a good day.
And I always remember that. I mean, when you say it, it's like, yeah, I remember hearing that a while back.
It is, if you think about it. Of course, it's hard to stay in that mindset because it's so easy to flip over into that gnashing of teeth.
Yeah.
Remember, my tendency is when I'm out working, if something goes wrong, if I'm alone, I express words one way. If there are people around me, I'm much more lighter on my feet. But I was catching myself yesterday. I thought, okay, there's no reason to react this way. There's nobody here. Just go, be happy.
Be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Got some work done on the electrical project outside. I got a couple things done there.
Well, that's good.
That's like one thing one day at a time.
Oh, okay, you can't do everything.
Well, Tim's been helping me. Tim is my electronics buddy, and he's too big to fit in the hole back where we got to do a glue, so he needs me to help him do that. But he did. We just keep poking away at it. I'm tired of looking at the dirt and the trench, and I guess the world is perfect. Nobody needs advice this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to be like Angie and Sherry the other day.
What'd they do?
They were on for 5 minutes and they had to shut it down, but we've been on for 6.
Because they couldn't. There was nobody there, or
There's
what?
nobody coming on.
Huh?
Yeah.
How rude!
Yeah. Well, I know there's a reason for everything, so we will
Well, this is
stay on
we
so
refined
much.
a lot here today. If nothing else.
Oh, there's 3 people on now.
Yay!
Yay. Hello, everybody. I don't know where. Let me check where you're at. There's Pam. I was wondering if
These
you'd
are
see
people who need love the most. I know that's why they're here. The first 3.
Hi, Angie. Thank you guys for coming in. Yeah, we were a little early today. You didn't see the notifications. I hate when that happens. We did share, though, so I hopefully you got enough share. We probably need to go to YouTube and do some sharing. Can you get to your YouTube?
You know who you're talking to?
Oh, what happened at Monday's class?
Well, first of all, I noticed you weren't there.
Aww.
And then, what did we do? It was interesting. There were 2 new girls there. And I got one of them in my circle. And, we did the musical chair thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Back to back. I always enjoy
I like
that.
that one. Yeah.
It's interesting how much you get on. For those of you not knowing what we're talking about, if you give a given group and you divide it's like musical chairs. You set the chairs back to each other. One row are the sitters, the other row are the readers. So you don't know who sits down behind you, and they have to read you, or you have to read them on just the energy vibration. That always works out nicely.
Okay. Can you guys hear him? Can you hear Scott well enough? Because he's so quiet.
That makes people have to lean in closer to you. Works well in the bars.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I'm just making sure
Julie's
it's full.
tweaking.
I hear Scott fine.
Okay,
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
that's what we need.
I did turn him up a little bit, or turn us both up. So hopefully we're not too loud, but you guys have volumes too, right? Okay. So
Who would you give your last $5 to, guys? You're sitting in a parking lot on a parking curb and you have $5 in your hand and somebody needs it. Would you give it to them or would you hang on to it?
that's our question.
That's the tone for today. And how badly off would you be to have to hang on to it? The point being, you think about the universe always taking care of you. So are you comfortable enough to giving up everything you've got, knowing that you will be taken care of? Of course, I work on that myself, but I'm thinking, wait, there's 2 standards. And I know how I want to be taken care of versus maybe the reference point the universe has.
This is true.
I keep it. I work 3 jobs. So why can't they work? Oh, good job.
Yes. I can understand that sentiment. Definitely.
My heart goes out to these people that are working 2 and 3 jobs. Oh my gosh. And I keep running in, and I don't mean this to single out anybody, but a lot of single gals that have no family and nobody to fall back on, and they're maybe even you included. How hard what seemingly everybody's going through just to live, just to survive. Not that it's a bad thing, and everybody is.
Good morning, Don.
She feels
Audio is rocking. Yay.
Yay.
Good.
That's
Thank you.
Julie. She went to Walmart. She bought the right stuff.
Well, actually, when I was thinking I needed to go to Walmart in the morning, I was told which Walmart to go to. And I went into that Walmart, went straight back, and one name on the microphone popped in my head, and it's like, that's the one. And so it wasn't me. It was definitely spirit or the universe telling me exactly which one to get, and it's working. So that's good.
Oh, I totally relate. I watched Bev and I went into Home Depot once. We were looking for a thing, whatever it was, and they said stop in her head. I didn't hear it, and they said turn right. They even told her what shelf it was on. I mean, it just went bam, 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 and I'm watching all this happen. I'm going, whoa. She wasn't surprised at all because it happened so much to her, but it was just like, boom, there it was. And Pam's been a single mom forever. Yeah, my heart goes out to you guys and girls. That's a lot of work. I was a dual parent in the day, and that was work. I can't imagine what it's like working, raising a kid, getting somebody off to school, and on and on and on. And yet my mother was a recovering alcoholic. And I remember her talking about one day what she saw in the recovery meetings. It was interesting because her take on it was she saw the women pull their lives together faster than the men did. And she mentioned a lot of them single mothers, and they'd get cleaned up mentally a little bit, and then they'd get on the ball and they'd get the fire rolling much better than the men was. I don't know what the reason for that is, but the gals had to jump on. Of course, maybe that responsibility of having kids kicks in a gear that you wouldn't otherwise have.
Yeah, I always felt that I did what I had to do, at the time as a single mom.
Yeah, that's where you go. You don't
just
think
do what
anything
you gotta
else.
do.
Okay, I got to do this. I got to.
Yeah.
I get it. But when you're standing, when you become aware of, it's a gratitude thing, I think. If you're standing, if you're grateful for what you've got, you get more. If you're whining about what you don't have, I think the limit switches get put on in a way. But I'm always taken by it so much when I see families out. And I was at dinner the other night. It was interesting. A gal had this very active little girl. She was so cute. And dad was on the other side of the table, totally unengaged. It was mom and the daughter. And that struck me because I like kids, and I was getting a kick out of her. And I would have had that little girl all over my lap. But dad was writing his checkbook, and mom and the little girl were. I thought that was not right or wrong. It's just not the way I would have done it had I been there. Just interesting.
Hello, Donna. Welcome in. We'll get to the readings in a minute, but we have a question for you. The question of the day is,
if you had your last $5 and you're sitting in a parking lot on a parking curb, would you give it away or hang on to it? And there's a guy on Instagram who's been doing that, not lately, but before. He'll go around and pose as a very needy person, and he'll walk up to a homeless person and ask them, can they spare a quarter, kind of thing. And at least the ones he shows, these people don't even hesitate. They reach in their pocket and split or give or share, whether it's food, money, or something, to anything that they think this guy needs. And then, of course, when he gets this reciprocation from the homeless person, he'll turn around and hand them $500.
Right.
And they go, what? And he's paying them for their kindness, kind of thing. And I get goosebumps about that. I don't know that I want to put it to that test, but where I'm going with is this mindset of, I remember talking to a gal. She was in some therapy class, and part of the assignment was on one given day, go out and find a homeless person. So she did. She went out, and there was somebody sitting in the corner of a freeway, and she approached him. And whatever her hesitancy was or her body language, he said, do you need something? Can I help you? In other words, he reached out to her first in a caring way. And she said it struck her so hard she started to cry, and she ran away. Whatever the emotions were that came over her, because she was not a homeless person. And here this homeless person was willing to help her to any length. And I remember being told that story. I'm getting goosebumps about that one too. And I'm going, interesting. It's just my big story would be, I went to Sedona on a given occasion. Don't ask me why, because I don't remember. There was a guy doing psychic readings on a pedestal, just as advertisement. So I, for some reason, pulled his number, went to see him. His father had been in Nazi Germany. They had money, and the only reason they survived is because they had money to get out of Dodge. And he said he was raised by this father that said, you got to make money, make money, make money, make money with this mindset. That's the only way you'll survive. His words to me were that he was taught to claw through a brick wall with fingernails to make a buck.
Oh, wow.
And here I'm living with it. At some point, he said, I can't do this. He lived in a camper in his son's backyard in Southern California for 3 years. He just went, but he said all 3 of his siblings were raised with this money thing. His point was he had made this total transformation. He had a donated car. He was in a tiny little, not fun apartment. And his whole motto was, the universe will take care of me. And I remember recoiling at that. And I'm looking at the way he's living. And I thought, well, you're being taken care of. I mean, here I was giving him a reading, paying for it. So whatever money he needed that day. But he had totally flipped on that mindset of gotta have, to where I don't need anything. And I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. But that goes along with the $5 story. Just gives you something to think about. So you don't have to claw your way through a brick wall to survive. I guess the universe has got your back. Okay, Donald is saying, your conversation reminds me that folks who actually face action in war firsthand are very seldom willing or wanting to speak of it. Yeah, I've heard of that. My parents lived with severe economic limitations, and yet they didn't let us feel that impact. We never felt poor, and we're a very happy family. Beverly has talked about that. That's the way her family lived. And I had a father-in-law he was a World War II engineer on a B-17, and he never wanted to talk about it. I was interested, and they'd sort of poo-poo the conversation, but that's interesting. Good point, Don. Good.
Yeah. And Donna, if you want a reading, we're just asking this question. So could you give us an answer? What you would do if you had $5?
Last $5.
Last $5, and
you could get 2 for $5. I'm sorry.
I was going to say McDonald's. I don't think you can anymore, but
it used to be Arby's, wasn't it? 2 for $5.
Okay, Don says, while you are living or dealing with an extreme situation, you just live it, and then later it hits you only when you are beyond it.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That we were talking about that before we came on this morning. It's something like, oh, dang, that just happened to me. You're not thinking, you were talking about doing what you have to do.
Yeah.
And then you think back, gosh, how did I do that? How did I get out of that? Angels on your shoulder kind of thing.
Yeah,
I can equate that to flying airplanes a lot. A lot.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody saw it. Was that that lady on the freeway in California? Was that?
Oh, we just saw this thing on Instagram as we're keying in this morning. A naked lady running around a freeway, shooting at people out on the lanes. It wasn't rush hour. We surmise that it's definitely Southern California. She levels her gun at 2 cars driving by, and then she turns and she's shooting in the air. We assume that somebody came and got her, but oh my gosh.
Yeah. And Don says, I'd give it away. I have faith it will always come back.
Yeah, I'm doing better. Yeah, it almost comes back more than it went out.
Tenfold, yeah. I'd buy a coffee, or I'd give it to someone in more need of it than me.
I've had people in drive-through lines. Mm-hmm. They're standing at the speaker when you go, and I've said, what do you want? And I order it for them, and I drive around. I've done that. Some guy was sitting on a curb at McDonald's. No, he was sitting in the front door, but he was sitting. He didn't have the strength to stand up. And I said, come in. I just had him order whatever he wanted and paid for it, kind of thing. He didn't look like he could have stood to lose a few pounds. So I don't know.
I don't know if that was
what his situation was. Yeah, but I didn't take that into consideration. I just have some food.
Hey, if you're compelled to do something, just do it. That's what I found is if being spontaneous is something that Spirit wants of you, you need to be ready to be spontaneous at the time.
Spontaneous is a fabulous word because I've done stuff and I think, oh my gosh, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
But at the moment, I didn't. I have to tell you, this is a plumbing story, not psychic story. I'm talking to a woman about her bathtub that's plugged up with hair.
Ooh.
And I pull the hair out and I look at her hair and I started to reach for her hair like I was going to compare it. And then I just touched her head and I thought, what am I doing? It was muscle memory. I was just going to compare the product. And then I realized I was touching her personal person and I apologized. I pulled my hand back. I don't know what that was. And she said, oh, no problem. So I got off the hook on that one. But
Yeah.
be careful what products you're comparing.
Can you click on Yellow Duck? I forgot to do something and get it started. Just hit start broadcast right here. Right
Does
there.
that mean we have failed?
No, we didn't fail. We just are late. That's all. On that one. But I was just checking all my channels and see how things
So I
were
click
going.
up here to get out of that.
Nope, do not touch.
Don't
Just
do-
click off to the side somewhere.
Oh.
There you go. Whew.
So Donna says she would buy a coffee or I'd give it to them, give it to someone in more need of it than me.
Buy coffee. You'd buy coffee. It was the last $5 you had. Coffee is more important than food. I'm sorry.
Depends.
I don't like coffee at all.
I'm not a coffee person either.
So that's why, I mean, I know people do need coffee. I mean, they feel they really need it, but me, I just like coffee.
Was your birthday yesterday?
My birthday was yesterday.
Well, happy birthday. I was wondering that week ago. I thought, okay, put the happy birthday song on for you.
Okay.
Julie's birthday from yesterday. Thank you,
and
Don.
everybody else's birthday too. Did he write
It was Don,
that?
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
We now know who your guardian angel is.
One of them, yes.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
New commercial.
Yes, that's a reminder that Susan, Don, and I will be at Missy's Mysteries on August 19th, which is a Saturday from 11 to 5. And we will be doing mini psychic reads at the time. So I'd love to see you all. There will be a Facebook event posted today. I kind of got distracted by a thing called my birthday. And thank you guys for all the positive birthday wishes. I really appreciate it.
I'll have to send you cupcakes.
Thank you, Don, so much. Thank you, everybody. And yes, I went to the restaurant was divine. Susan had asked me where I had gone.
Did you do karaoke?
No, there wasn't karaoke, but there's a place that does karaoke on Thursdays. Oh, and there's a 414 Pizza that does karaoke on Southern Avenue. Well, not.
Oh, there's another one.
In Mesa.
Oh, that'd be
Close
better to
to
go
you.
to.
Yeah.
That was
close to
a
us.
pain in the butt getting
Yes,
over there.
yes. And besides, there's no parking charges or anything else. Yeah. This one is on Southern Avenue and it's between Extension and Country Club on the north side of
That's
Southern.
my new place then. We're going to
Okay.
check that out.
Okay.
Does Gabriel know about that? We have a Gabriel in our group.
Yes. Besides the collective and all. Yes. I don't know if he knows where that one is. I don't think he'd want to come because that's further for him.
Oh,
He comes
he's
from
the other way.
Glendale. Yeah.
Oh, Glendale.
Yeah.
FYI, we all went to a karaoke thing the other night. Spontaneous thing. It was hilarious. I was not a participant. I was an observer.
I was too. I promise that next time I go to a karaoke, I will sing. And I am going to be doing Dirty Deeds. Yes.
Are you practicing?
That's one of the songs I love doing.
Good.
But no, I'm not going to do it on here. Not right now. No. Thanks. Okay. And Donna did ask for a reading. Did
Yes,
we?
she did.
Yeah.
She wanted a general reading.
Yes.
You're in good spirits. I think things are doing well for you.
She met a guy. Well, the breakup was last Thursday with Seamus. And so she met a guy on Sunday.
Ooh.
And I'm saying, no, Donna. You need to take care of you right now. You are more important right now. And got to figure out what lessons you learned with Seamus and let go of all of that. But definitely take care of you.
As
Okay.
Julie's talking, first thing I thought was, don't jump in the saddle so fast. You got to take a breather. They, rebound. Oh no.
That's what Don says
And
for you, Donna.
you got to. I heard a phrase lately that Beth threw at me. When you're grieving a loss or something like that, it's like being put in a wilderness. You don't know where you are. You don't know how you got there. And you don't know what the terrain ahead is. And my term for that is I'm in space and no one can hear me scream. But what I'm getting at is there's an adventure there if you're willing to go, wow, it's like I haven't been on this ride before. Usually people panic at not having been on that ride and they go, oh, and you start grabbing at something that's familiar to dispel that discomfort.
Right.
And that's been a hard lesson for me. So I remember one breakup I went through. It was 2 years. I just entertained myself with other people. But I wonder if that the pairing that I had that kept me out of trouble was nothing that was intimate, but it was just, like I say, entertainment, which kept me on track in a way.
Yeah.
But I remember dating a gal that owned a salon. She said it was like a soap opera. One of her salon people would lose a boyfriend and she'd have a new one the next day. I wasn't with her long enough to get the intimacy conversations, but I thought that might be a real meat market. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the girls
definitely.
working in the chairs together. So anyway, what we're saying is take a break, just float down the river for a while.
Yeah. But concentrate on you and what your needs are.
Hallmark movies. Go watch Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Alone. I did that too.
It works.
They all have the same ending. Everybody goes off and live happily ever after.
Yep.
I love Don's remark, rebound, don't know.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is between Don, me, and Susan, we're all reacting the same way if that's any influence on you. So take a deep breath. It'll be okay. But I really like the energy I'm feeling from you. You seem almost relieved at this, whatever it is.
And we read her on Tuesday when I was with Susan. I think it was Tuesday, yeah. And it was going, this is so quick. But you don't need a revolving door. You just I felt that she was feeling much better from it. Maybe because she feels that she's still attractive and all. And yes, just because somebody breaks up with you doesn't mean you've lost your appeal. You haven't. You have to go inwards and make sure you're okay before you go find that right person. And I asked you on Tuesday, what color eyes did this new guy have? Because I told you when the right guy comes in, his eyes are going to be so striking, you're going to know it.
It'll make your knees weak.
Yes. And it's like,
then you
and you're gonna say, OMG, that's what she was talking about. Okay.
The other thing, I think we talked about this last week, was God gets in the way when they figure that person's not doing well for you.
Right.
Rather than you beating yourself up, what did I do wrong? Go, oh, wait, they're taking care of me.
Yeah.
That's another way to look at this stuff.
Yeah, and that's why Seamus broke up with you, because you weren't taking the initiative, and the universe said, okay, fine. If you won't make the change, we will.
Or he was a holding pattern for what's really coming.
Well, yes, I think so
too.
But she couldn't recognize that. She kept asking if, Seamus was the one and all. And it's like, no, he's not, but there is somebody coming, but you have to let go of Seamus before that other one comes in.
You got to disconnect one trailer before you can hook the other one
This is true. You can't drive down the street with two different trailers.
Unless you hook one behind the other.
And we wouldn't advise that. It's kind of awkward.
I would
mean-
like to suggest for her to locate and play a song for Patty called LaBelle. Oh, this is Don.
Okay. Yes, Don is saying that he's making a suggestion for you, Donna, that you play a song from Patti LaBelle called Winter in You. The message in the song is amazing and something you need to hear at this time. Thank you, Don. Appreciate that. Because I was trying to think of a song. And of course, when
Like Light My Fire.
I don't think that was well when Scott was
That was being
talking
facetious.
about being lost in space. I always think of the robot. Danger, danger, Will
Oh,
Robinson. I'm sorry, that's
a
my
good
favorite
one. That's a good
favorite one.
Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
And I used that in a reading last week. It's I forgot what happened. A person wanted to move to another city because of somebody met online, and it's like danger, danger.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. So definitely, yeah,
That's scary.
Yeah, those are very scary.
You want to tie them to a tree. So
Yeah, you feel like no, don't. And of course, Angie's no, don't do it. And I should have that here pretty quickly. I don't know. There it is. As A5 says, no, don't do it. So anything like that. And that is for you too.
Put up Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
I'm going to have to
I like
put
that one.
I will add that in. Because I know that dates me as far as my age. And like I said, I don't worry about my age anyway, because I just had a birthday. And I'm 24 as far as anybody's concerned.
Yeah.
It's
all
I
of
feel
you.
that. Yeah. I feel
Because I
a
want
lot
the
younger
aliens in
now than I did even a year ago.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Even as you get older, I think, wait, I feel better than I used to, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you're doing diet and all this stuff.
Diet, this stuff.
Mindset.
I mean, helping people.
Yeah.
It helps make you younger. So, okay, going back to chat and see what's up. Okay, Donna,
Did
we're
we-
not hearing anything from you, Donna.
Did we take care of her?
I think so, but we don't have a whole lot of people on today. We have 7 people on, but no one's chatting with us other than Dawn. And we appreciate you, Dawn. You know that. So many ways we appreciate Dawn. And I'm checking on.
Somebody has a cat problem. Who has a cat problem? I'm getting cat.
Oh. Sorry. I was just checking my Facebook and there's a cat right there. And it's like, oh, I had to share that.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know who that is. I know, but you were just saying cat problem. And so I looked because I was going to check my Facebook to see who might be watching, but not participating.
Did I get off my thing here again? Something it keeps going
My
away.
chat. Oh, Brittany Larson is on. Hi, Brittany. And Shannon Denise is saying hi, Scott.
Hello. Shannon and who?
Brittany Larson.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There goes Brittany.
go away.
She was there. And I'm watching. So, do you know Shannon Denise?
Probably if I saw them. Do I know from Monday night?
I don't know where you know her from.
Shannon. That name is rolling around in my head. So are they coming in? They're coming through on.
Yes, I'm back. Oh, hi. Hi, Afia. Ravana is, hi, Scott. So you've got Ravana. Hello. No read for me, just passing through. Afia, we have a question for you today for everybody. Go ahead.
Well, it's our question of the day is if you had your last $5 and you're sitting alone in a parking lot on a parking curb and somebody asked you for it, would you give it away or hang on to it? Or who would you give it to, or where would you go to find more? Paired church.
So Ravana is from church.
Oh, okay. And Afia, Pascal.
Yes.
You know who Pascal makes me think of? It's the
What?
guy in the Disney thing. He goes through his Star Wars thing. He's an actor. His last name is Pascal.
Okay.
Same thing. That's where I heard that name.
Star Wars?
Yeah. Oh, Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
You look at him and a very untypical looking actor, but his voice is amazing.
Yes. I do like his voice.
Hired him for his voice.
And they've done that for a few people too.
Yeah.
I love their
So
voice.
if you have your last $5, you can send it to us. We were talking about buying people lunches in fast food drive-thrus who are standing there hungry kind of thing. And what else did we talk about?
Okay.
There's always a guy sitting on the intersections. I never know what to do with those guys.
I wave. We were on our way. My son, my granddaughter, and I were on our way to, I don't know what it's called, Chase Park now. It used to be Banquet Ballpark. Anyway, we were on our way. She was going to perform the national anthem before a baseball game. And we were walking, and a homeless guy comes up and starts talking to my son. Okay. Starts talking to my son, and I'm going, trying to keep my granddaughter closer to me. But he turned out to be such a nice guy and wished her well on her performance. And it was such a lovely talk with this guy. And when we came back out and we saw him at the light rail station, he said, "How did you do?" So after all the people that came and that he's seen all day, he asked her directly how she was doing and how her performance went. So you never know what you got there. This is from A5 says, Angie. She says, I actually gave money I had saved for a purpose to a homeless lady and her kid who were being abused, and she was back with him Monday. Okay. I was more than irritated. She had such a sob story. And yeah, she was homeless. Sob story.
I have a thought on that. When I was in my high school years, I was working this old car I was trying to restore, and I went down to another city to buy parts where I always went. It was on a Saturday morning, and this guy hit me up for some money. I was just down from the door I needed to get to, and I pulled up and parked. And I'm walking, and I was young in high school. I didn't know what to do. Nobody ever hit me up for money before. So I gave him some money, and sort of reluctantly. But the next thing I noticed was he went like 3 doors down and turned and went into the bar, which was, young, naive. I didn't know right or wrong. No. Went home and told my mother this experience, because it affected me. And my mother said something that has always stuck with me. Well, maybe that's what he needed more than anything in the moment, was that drink. For whatever.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, no. And the universe may have been. So where I'm going with this, Angie, is that maybe on that day, whatever your money did, you had an agenda, she didn't. So the gratitude, or what do I want to say, the giving part of you responded appropriately. You just didn't. Next time, just don't put a price tag on it, I guess, is all you can do.
Yeah.
You help in the moment, and try not to have an expected outcome.
Right. Well, human nature, they're going to be how they are. I worked in a shelter care for abused women, teens, elderly, disabled, and recovering for 8 years.
I can understand that completely.
Bit jaded. Yeah, definitely understand that. And welcome in Jeanette Cormley and Natalie Brown. Also, Shannon Denise is also from church. So you have Ravana, Shannon Denise from church. And
church being what?
Which church? I'm not sure if it's Rising Phoenix or if it'd be Unity. It would be your church because it's your people. It's on your paired.
Church is like Monday night to me now.
But
I used to go to, I was at Rising Phoenix for a long time, and for 2 years. And years ago, Unity a lot.
Okay. I would think it was Rising
I hung out
Phoenix.
there.
That's where I'm getting the feel it's Rising
I thought
Phoenix.
maybe they were your church people.
No, I don't do that these days. My church is on Monday nights and Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you're big on Tuesday.
Sundays and Saturdays as well.
That's interesting, Angie, that you worked with those. I had no sense of that about you. You've never talked about it before. Good for you. That takes a lot out of you, I would think.
And what was I going to say? Angels is supposed to be on live chat on Saturdays now. I
Who?
know she'll probably be Angels that fly. She's part of our Tuesday night
Oh, okay. I
class.
don't know her that well.
And I'm not sure the details, so definitely look on Saturday morning, I assume, because she's on the East Coast, that she would be doing live chats then. Okay. Very emotionally draining job and for low paid, yes.
I remember talking to a counselor one time. And she said, if you do more than 20 hours a week counseling, you're exhausted. You know, if you get involved in the people.
Oh, yeah.
And I can see that trying to do 40 hours a week of counseling, you know, because if you're empathic, you know, you're just
Yes.
totally engaged in that.
And yes, Natalie, we will definitely get a reading message to you. We are asking a question, but it seems like everybody coming in doesn't really want to answer that question. But
it's okay. We're talking about if you got your last $5, what would you do with it? And somebody needed it. Would you hand it away or hang on to it?
So
I believe that, Angie. You're right. I've experienced that. Sometimes you want to help people more than they want to help themselves.
yes,
I've experienced that personally, so I get it. That gets old after a while. You think, why am I doing this?
yeah. And I forgot who said this, but it was from our Tuesday night class. It might have been Umber or Crystal or someone who said that I will not work harder than you do.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking JoJo. So I'm not sure who said it, but let your client know, let somebody you're helping, anybody you're giving advice, that we'll help you, we'll do what we can for you, but we're not going to work harder than you will at this, because why should we put forth the effort when you won't?
I've seen that energy go, and then after a while you go, wait a minute, let's level the playing field here a little bit.
And one person that comes on, and I haven't seen her in a few days because I know she's probably busy moving, and that's Diana Hool. And once she started working for herself, working at this, her affirmations, writing letters to spirit, that sort of thing, the minute she started doing that, things started changing for her, and she got her house. So, so it definitely works. So that's what we're saying. You've got to put in the work, because universe is not going to hand it to you on a silver platter unless you are the one making that silver platter. Okay. You've got to do the work. Okay. And I know that's, Angie says that all the time. You've got to put forth the effort, because universe is not going to just hand it over. So Natalie, if you can answer that question, even if you can't, we'd love to give you a message, but we'd love to have a little bit of feedback here so we know how you're doing and how you're feeling today. It'll help us tap into your energy.
Yeah. Given situation.
To help others, or if you needed the money more, the $5.
Your last $5. You've got only $5 left in your whole life. Would you hand it on or hang on to it? And Jeanette, she's Ireland?
Yes, she is.
Miss Jeanette, how are you doing, my dear? I asked that because I remember we talked to you last week.
Yeah, and she had medical problems, I think, last week, wasn't it? I
Yes.
asked her that earlier this week, and
your energy's up. I think you're laughing more than you were last week. You're smiling more, laughing more. Nice to see you back.
yeah.
And we did that, and we're waiting for Natalie.
And we're waiting for Jeanette can reply to. Also, Ravana came in before that, Ravana and Denise. So What do you have for those two? They haven't answered that question. Oh, Shannon Denise did. I would offer to buy a sandwich and share it. Shannon Denise from church. He took my daughter on the dance floor one night.
I did.
That's what she's saying. Hi, Scott from church. He took my daughter on the dance floor one night. I would offer to buy a sandwich and share it.
She'll buy her. I know she'll share her sandwich. I'm so sorry. I don't remember this. Where was this that I did
No,
that?
the sandwich was
No,
was a $5.
I know,
Okay.
but I mean the dance thing.
Probably at church.
I liked it. What church? I'm losing it.
I'm feeling that it's a Rising Phoenix. Denise, is it Rising? Or Shannon Denise? Sorry, Shannon, is it Rising Phoenix? Or was it Unity?
Well, good. I'm glad I did that. See, I'm a nice person.
Yes, I know that. Didn't you know that? Okay, so we're tapping into Shannon's energy because she answered the question. It makes it a little easier.
Shannon, you're feeling lonely. You're sort of in that lost space. You're not depressed. You're not sad. You're not miserable, but you're like in this, what's that middle zone? Limbo.
Okay.
You're afraid to go ahead, but you're afraid you don't want to go backwards, but you're sort of stuck where you are.
Oh, she's stuck. She's in the muck.
And you're doing what I relate to. Sometimes I get up in the morning, okay, I can do this is my mantra. I can do this. And I just forge ahead and I take one step and just see where the world takes me. And now you got to fix that.
I know, I'm fixing it.
And it's not a horrible place to be, but it's a mindset. And, oh, I know what I'm hearing. You are not looking for the adventure. You're not looking at this as adventure. You're looking at it as drudgery or have to. It's like going to the front gate of Disneyland and not being excited about it, which I work on myself too. This is all an adventure. It's all a journey. It's all look ahead. Don't dwell in the past. But you're definitely feeling lost. You've been trying to get somewhere and you just feel that you're not gaining any ground. How would we fix that for her?
Tapping in.
You feel like giving up.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm feeling that she's got, I don't know which word exactly. Okay, I'm told confusion in between your heart and your solar plexus. That there's confusion. Your heart is fine. There's not your heart chakra. I'm talking more chakra than your physical heart. Okay, it's fine. There's some warmth there. You definitely need to work on your self-love. Affirmations do help, but you've got to, now it's getting a little bit more painful as I talk. You definitely have to forgive yourself. There's some stuff that you're dealing with, and you want to blame it on others, but you're also taking responsibility internally for it. So you're kind of conflicted. And yeah, the confusion is more in your heart now. And you also have congestion in your throat, which tells me that you are not speaking with your heart. You're not being or speaking your authentic truth. You're being your authentic self. So, yeah, it's rising. Ugh. So definitely work on heart chakra affirmations. That will help. I radiate unconditional love to everyone, including myself. There's others. I am compassionate and kind. I mean, anything to do with how you're feeling. Let's see. Here's one that I love. I attract healthy and strong relationships. I attract unconditional love. And I know I did talk about your heart chakra and all that. The other thing, and it's feeling better now that I'm saying these things. Okay. The universe flows freely through me. When you can say that quickly and clearly without stumbling, then you know you've got it. And the universe does flow freely through you and through me.
The ultimate one is to stand in front of a mirror and say, I love you.
Yes, yes.
OMG.
Yeah, I mean, that's
tough to do.
And every morning I get where you can do that. And I know the universe has my back. That's important too. And here's the one that I radiate unconditional love to everyone, including myself. You've got to do that, including myself with that. This, I want to pull up the Dawn's affirmation. I believe in infinite abundance. My wants and needs are always met. Say this first thing in the morning, even before you open your eyes if you get a chance, but say it approximately the same time each morning. Say it when you mean it when you say it. You can say it throughout the day. You can use it as a mantra when you're dealing with things you don't want to deal with. Just say it over and over again. I was hiking down a mountain, and this was pretty tricky. It was tricky getting up there, but coming down, I just kept saying it, and I stayed focused, and I was able to get down safely and no problems whatsoever. So there's just things you can use all the time that will help you. What else does she need? So what I was talking about, that you want to blame it on somebody else, but you are owning it. And whether you have acknowledged the fact that you have owned it, you need to acknowledge that I wasn't perfect in this either. Accept it, accept your part, accept the lesson that comes to you, but let it go. Okay? There's no reason dwelling on it or leaving it in your head. Don't let it take up your headspace. Give grace, but not at the point of your sanity. I know all of these things I'm saying have been said over and over again by Dawn and Angie and a bunch of people, but it really helps when you really hear these words. They're what you need to hear at this time. So that's why I have to say these certain things. And it's not me that's saying it. It's coming from Spirit saying, this is what you need to say. This is what you need to say. So I know I say a lot, but it's all to help.
If I could make a rash assumption that there's been some loss, don't beat yourself up for having experienced the loss. The problem is that loss is going to teach you something. Mm-hmm. And if you don't dwell on it as a negative and beat yourself up personally, but you want to ask, okay, what is it I'm supposed to learn from this? And how can I be a better person as the result or the understanding? The other thing is, having been through that experience, you're now in a better position to counsel somebody else that you run into with the same affliction, shall we say?
Right.
And
situation.
Yeah. The more of this work I do, I run into this situation or that situation. And it even helps me understand stuff I went through. And I go, oh my gosh. And then sometimes it's just 2 or 3 words you hear from another person who's been down the road ahead of you that makes it click, and you go, oh, that's why that happened. But the key thing is look for the gifts. I'm still finding gifts now 6 or 7 years later from a hurt situation I went through. And I'm just having to focus on, oh, if I hadn't had that, I wouldn't have this kind of thing, which I really like having at the moment. Hope that helps.
Yeah.
And Angie wants a new truck.
Yes. My focus is on this new truck for Lionsgate. You've got, people say different times, but I know it's going to be open. It's open on the 26th. And it's going to be open through, what is it? At least the 17th. But, yeah, so concentrate on on all of your manifestations right now, everyone. Anything you want to manifest, Lionsgate will definitely help. It's got a lot of positive energy, and the veil between the realms, whatever, is very, very small right now. So there's a lot of coming and going. So just ask that what you need. And I love the fact that you want a romantic Jamaican vacation. And Angie said she offered to buy a sandwich or food, and they cussed me out. I have had all the experiences.
I was going to say, it sounds like you've made the circuit.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't want to help anybody. And I say that affectionately. It's like an ER nurse. Have you ever met an ER nurse? They are not fun people.
No.
No, they're. You can feel the barriers are up. They're unemotional, and I think all that caring gets beat out of you after a while. You get consumed by it.
Well, I was there not too long ago, and Desert Samaritan or Desert Banner, they're a little more friendly than they used to be. So
I've seen a difference. I've met ER nurses, and somebody said that's a short lifespan. They got to rotate through there. You can only
stand so long.
And these people that do these trauma things, body parts falling off after accidents, the burnout rate there is like at 10 years. That would be tough to do, seeing all the pain
and Angie's advice is also allow the negative feelings to flow. When we try to suppress them, we hold on. I move forward faster when I acknowledge the negative feelings, sit in them, and then I move forward lighter and faster. Exactly, Scott. They beat the kindness out of you.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm trying to think. This is an extreme thought. So you're being nailed to a cross. How do you sit there and say, forgive them, Father, and all this jazz?
They know not what they do.
How do you pick yourself up after being beat down that often? At what point to say, okay, enough? Whatever your tolerance level is.
And when you're an empath and you feel that stuff. Yeah, it's it's tough, but there's ways to cope with it. And so Shannon Denise, we've asked questions, but we haven't had any reply back from you.
Come on, Shannon.
Are you still there?
No question is stupid. Ask us something. Let us show you how smart we are.
And and Natalie hasn't replied. Ravana, she's the Shannon Denise and Ravana are two different people, I hope, right?
I've got Natalie Brown.
Yeah.
Jeanette hasn't popped in.
Yeah, Natalie.
We asked Natalie Brown and Natalie Brown.
Oh.
Did we talk to Natalie? We
talked and asked Natalie and Jeanette the questions, but
Natalie, did we hit any of your buttons here with what we were talking about?
Yeah, and she wanted a message, but anybody wanting a message, we're trying to get feeling of your energy. That's why we're asking these questions.
Natalie, pick a number between 1 and 34.
If she's still here.
If you're still here.
Well, she wouldn't hear us if she.
So what color is your new truck, Angie?
She gonna go white because of the desert? I think blue.
I don't know why people buy black cars in the desert. I have one that I inherited. I would never, ever buy a black car in the desert.
But that is a gorgeous black car. Just saying.
My cute my toy.
Yeah. Powerball 60 million, Mega Million, 940 million.
What would you do with $940 million? You lose half of it to taxes. So you only got $450 million.
She wants black or blue. I guess the blue part.
The blue, dark blue or light blue?
If you go dark blue, they won't see you at night. But if you go light blue, and I'm talking anybody driving around. Anyway, the light blue during the day is noticeable, but dark always.
White is boring.
Yes.
White cars are boring. Boring.
Yeah, I don't like white. And there's so many white cars in the parking lot. It's like, which one's mine? That's why I have a copper Kia, because I can find my car.
Or you have to click your finger here.
Yes, yes.
Where's my car?
Definitely. I know. I love it.
Hot or hot color of car
Hot
doesn't
is
matter.
hot. Hot is hot. Color of car doesn't
I'm
matter.
a red fan.
You might think that. I know you're in Houston, so the sun does shine pretty strong in Houston, but in Arizona, the difference between a white car and a black car
Oh,
when you get in, there's a big
insane.
difference.
Insane.
Because, yeah, Arizona, when it comes to getting in vehicles, we can tell you there's.
Oh, you sin. What, you burn your biscuits? Is that what that the old cartoon saying? It burns my biscuits.
Yeah, Virgin biscuits. Oh, OMG, there are so many white cars in my parking lot. Yeah.
With all the different color interiors.
Yes. Park in the garage.
That too.
If you have a garage. If you have a garage. His black car is in a garage, so it's very happy there.
And so are my chickens at the moment. My two little newest chickens.
They're in there?
Because
Oh.
it's air conditioned, it's too hot. They're alone. Their brother and sister. The mother was being a horrible mother, so I had to. They were actually in the office off the garage, and they to keep them from turning into chicken tenders.
Oh,
Actually, they're outside now.
Okay.
They'll be okay for a while.
We've talked about it, and next Friday we're going to go on Instagram for the first half hour. So from 8:30 to 9, we're going to go on Instagram to let them know that we're going to be
Warm
coming
up
on
the crowd.
warm up the crowd, that we're going to be live on Facebook and other channels starting at 9. So, and Pam has always driven black cars.
Trying to think. I'm a red guy. If I had my first choice, I think it's really pretty. These new Rubicons, the Jeeps.
Oh yeah, I do like this.
If I was going to go buy something, which I don't need, I would go buy one of those. Red one, midlife crisis. Oh, perfect. I didn't believe it. I met a guy, went out and bought a brand new, I don't know how many thousands of dollars, Corvette. He's 55.
Oh my.
He had it about a year, and he looked at me, he said, I don't know what I was thinking, midlife crisis thing, and he had to have this Corvette. I don't know what became of it.
Corvette. Yeah, we're not
They're
hearing.
watching.
I think yours got it this way. I'm not sure which way you
Brittany
got it.
Larson.
Yeah, she was earlier. And she might still be here. So we're not hearing any feedback from anybody else but the psychic squad. So do you want to see if we can tap into Natalie Brown and Jeanette? I still have questions for Jeanette and need answers. So Jeanette, if you're still around, please text if you can, or send icons or something. Let us know you're here and how you're doing.
Jeanette, are you still here? Just let me know, because I was curious about your health thing, if you're still here.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of energy coming from you guys, but
Well, that's, in one sense, it's great. If nobody has any ongoing crisis-y, what's plural for crisis? Crises?
crises? Crises? I think crises. Is
Crises.
right. Yeah, I think it's crises.
Crisis.
Yeah. But everybody's so quiet today.
It must be a really good day. Oh, there's no full moon. That's why.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming on the
It's
1st.
always so bright when it comes. It's amazing.
Yeah. And we have another portal, which is Lionsgate, that's opened.
I don't know if
there's a lot
those.
of energy.
I don't feel. Oh, cool thing happened to me last night.
Okay.
Not to change the subject.
That's right.
I'm not sensitive to the moon and that stuff. My mother was. She just, her whole energy would change in a full moon. And I, as a kid, I thought, huh? Maybe that's, I couldn't figure out why she just
She was a werewolf.
may.
Just saying.
That's been coming up lately in my therapy group.
Stop.
Oh, is that my mother?
Yeah, she said hi.
Hi, Mom. Oh, I was going to tell you, I was laying on the couch last night, vegging at my TV hour, and I've got a ceiling fan in here, and the air conditioner just doing what it, 8 o'clock at night, doing what it does. And I was just drifting off, and I feel this waft. It's just like a blast of air in my face, and that's the third time that's happened. And it sort of brought me back. But there was no reason for that waft because there's a constant air in the room. Nobody was moving. The cat wasn't moving, and I haven't figured out who it is, but I usually don't feel stuff like that. So
It was your mom.
that's what I'm wondering.
It's your mom.
Slapping me.
She's trying to get your attention.
And I said, hello. And then I said, but I didn't get any answer back. Just got waft. It's interesting.
Brother? What about your brother?
My brother and I are rather estranged.
Yes, I know, but she's saying something about brother.
I've tried to connect with him and it doesn't matter. And I could get my niece is in the middle. I mean, she's the avenue if I try to, but he doesn't want to be found. He's very hidden. Hi, can I get a reading for the next 3 months?
We're not hearing from anybody else, and I'll see what your mom has to say and if there's anything more.
Jody, well, business is great. Life is wonderful, and people are terrific. Does that cover 3 months? Business is great, people are terrific. Life. You're looking for new jobs. There's something new coming, and you're anticipating. Don't anticipate, relax. And trust that the best is going to work out for you on this. I don't think you're in a bad spot. I feel like you're doing okay. But you're trying to make a new move, which is great. And I'm hearing favorable. So whatever I think you're suited for whatever it is you're after. If it's a job thing or a move. I see a lot of bright light around you. I like that feeling. I think this is more confirmation for you because you feel good about this. And I'm feeling good for you for this. Of course. Finances. What I'm seeing is a flat line. And I don't mean flat as in dead, but steady. There's no ups and there's no downs. What do you get on his money?
Your mom's been here. Hold on a minute.
You take care of my mother. I'll take care of this.
Okay. Well, I was trying to.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. What I'm hearing on your present company selling, you know what I just literally heard? Go with the flow. Don't be panicked about it because I think there's an ebb that I'm getting a picture of these kids that ride these surfboards in these artificial wave parks. You know, you can stand on this wake and just ride it and ride it, ride it. It just, I think you're in a nice position. Don't sweat it. What I'm getting is all going to work out. I get a very comfortable feeling for you in this, whatever's coming up. Don't panic. Don't panic. And just look know that the best is going to come out of this. The problem is worrying about the future doesn't do you any good, and neither does worrying about the past. I've tried it. Trust me, it doesn't work. What's going to happen is going to happen.
Yep.
So I hope that helps you. And check back with us next week.
Well, hold on, Jody. I'm tapping in.
Yeah.
I asked your mom and your grandpa to wait until later. Something about insight. Husband surgery coming up. Oh, okay, got it. You're feeling a little restless, but you need to get out and get grounded. You are slightly grounded, but not deep grounding. But you've got to do this for you. You're having problems receiving stuff. Emotions and basically things from the physical plane. It has nothing to do with spiritual right now. That's your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is open. It's not really reaching for the sky right now, but I told you really need to get outside if you can. If it's too hot during the day, if you can go outside at night, just sit. There's a full moon coming, so sit and it's a super moon. So sit in the moonlight. But before that, you definitely need to get out a little bit. As far as your husband's surgery, I'm feeling positive about it. There's a lot of good energy. I'm not sure what he's having surgery on, but I just got a pain in my hand, my left hand. But I'm feeling a lot of energy, positive energy up my arms. And they're making me sit up straighter. Something about my spine. I need to straighten it out. Hip replacement. Okay. I'm getting that he's not too old, so it should not be that hard on him. I have a little bit of pain in my joint right under where my right leg is, but not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, it's more just like it feels irritated. So to me, that would be him healing when it afterwards. So there, I don't know which leg, but I'm you might have to work a second job. Definitely think about second jobs. And Angie has a second job with Amazon, and she gets a lot done spiritually while she's doing that too. So I'd suggest that if you can. Left leg. Okay. I'm feeling right only because he's male. So that had nothing to do with it now that I'm typing into the.
Here's what I'm getting on husband. Literally what I heard was he needs to get kicked in the butt. And there's several reasons for this. He's either letting this surgery thing turn him into an old, what would I say?
Invalid or?
Yeah, he's letting this be an excuse to where he doesn't have to function.
Right.
And I want you to take a baseball bat and hit him over the head tonight when he's sleeping and tell him to wake up, because he can't dump this all on you.
No.
Hip replacements are nothing. And
yes, he is.
And you can use a rubber baseball bat. Those don't do as much damage as the wooden ones. But anyway, tell him that he's still part of your team. He can't just pull off to the side and call it quits. He's not. He's acting like, I hate to use the word old fart. Tell him this isn't a retirement area, and there's no, tell him to get up and function, whether he's sick or not. That movie, Terminator.
Oh.
At the end of Terminator, you can't kill this robot.
Right.
And even after it blows up, it's down to skeleton. It just keeps moving. It just keeps moving. Nothing's going to stop it. That's not him. What I'm saying, he's looking for an excuse to quit and tell him you've had enough. You're married to him, but you're allowed to speak your mind, and then tell him what we said. So
yeah, definitely.
And the other thing is, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. I don't know if you've got him in therapy or there's doctors or the medication or something. He's sort of saying, screw it.
So he's not doing what you think he's doing to take care of himself.
There's something not right here. And but tell him you've had enough. You could put a suitcase on the front porch. Say,
33 years.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay, you've been way too nice to this guy.
Yeah.
Time to change the.
Yeah, I had to tell mine the other day. It's like, what? You trying to give me more work to do? I mean, these small things that are supposed to be done every single day that you're supposed to do. Oh, I didn't get in the habit of doing it. Excuse me, you have. Just get up and do this and don't put any more work on me. I'm sorry. I'm not going to deal with it.
I met a gal one time when I was working in the airlines. She was so mad at her husband and family because she was doing all this stuff. Mm-hmm. She took all the garbage in the house one day and put it on the kitchen table before she left in protest. Apparently it had some effect. Nobody was getting the clue. But stop taking care of this guy. Let him take care of himself.
Comes home after work and sits in the...
Well, I sure wouldn't take food to him.
No. Don't make dinner. You want dinner? And I got to the point where I was making dinner for myself because everybody else likes processed foods and all. And me, I
Trying to take
vegetables,
care of
I'm
yourself.
taking care of myself, and I take care of me. And it's like, you're cooking food? Yeah. You want some? What is it? Vegetables. And it's like,
That cuts
oh,
the-
no thanks.
broccoli and beef. Yeah.
Yeah, if I did broccoli, he would not touch it. He wouldn't touch
Oh,
cauliflower.
start feeding him broccoli. Cook only broccoli.
I know he's in pain, and yes, they do have pain.
Yeah, but he's feeling sorry for himself, and enough.
Yeah.
Enough of this. Tell him Julie and Scott said no.
Won't eat that.
That's what we
That's
mean.
why, yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
And
we're
if you
saying.
like it, eat what you want. Cook what you want for
What
you.
I'm getting, part of what's going on is his health, is his diet.
Yeah.
He's eating garbage.
Yeah.
And I'll bet he's overweight. And on and on
Okay.
and on. So
You take care of you.
we want you on your side. And
And we're here with you. And my husband had a heart attack years ago. Well, I actually had 3, but that still hasn't changed him. I'm the one who lowered my salt intake to begin with, and now I'm a lot healthier than I was when I was 30. So great.
we must
Well,
be
you know us,
psychic.
yeah. And we've also been there, done that, so we understand what you're going through in more ways than one. He's
See,
had
he
two-
needs
2 heart attacks,
broccoli
yeah.
and beef.
And you don't have to feed him the beef, just vegetables for a while.
You know what? The other thing is get the garbage out of the house. Because if it's there, he can't eat it. If it's not
Right.
there, he
Get
can't
the
eat
garbage food out of the house. Yes. Do you think what garbage
it. Do
food?
we think what? Diet's huge.
Yeah.
Bev was counseling a little. She's 34. And this gal, it's sugar.
Yeah.
She doesn't know any of the stuff we're talking about and oblivious to it. So Bev got her to get off sugar for 4 days and her whole midriff shrunk down.
Whoa.
She
That's
could
so
see
cool.
the difference in 4 days, which is related to water weight and
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Psychic LOL. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Um, yes, and when it comes to carbonated beverages, that's 10 pounds off
Yeah.
immediately once they stop drinking carbonated beverages. And I'm talking beer too. I'm just tired of worrying about
You know.
how we will make it.
Well,
Well,
if you don't feed him, you'll save money on food.
yeah. And
Let him lose the weight.
I know everybody thinks that vegetables and fruit and all that, eating healthy is more expensive. It isn't. It really is not. Hello, Edward. We're doing well. Oops, sorry. Dismiss. Get that back.
Mountain Dew. Oh my God. Worst drink on the planet. One of them anyway.
One of them, yeah. As far as carbonated beverages, yeah. My husband, after 3 heart attacks, other surgeries that he's had to have, and just a fractured ankle recently, yeah, he's drinking a lot of Mountain Dew. And that, to me, that's his choice. If he wants to keep drinking that, at least he's not drinking alcohol
You've
right
got
now.
the dyes, you've got the caffeine, and you've got the sugar.
Yeah, you just have everything that's wrong.
Jody, I have to ask you, so who's bringing home the Mountain Dew for this man to drink?
Don't bring it. Yeah. Doctor told him bad stuff. Oh, yeah. That is just, yeah, that's one of the worst. I mean, I fight anybody who wants to have Mountain Dew, but I've lost that battle. And it's like, you guys want to have Mountain Dew?
Little stories coming to mind. My son has asthma, still as an adult. But when he was little, I found that taking him to the chiropractor, I'd take him to the chiropractor, he'd be great for 3 days, and boom, back to the chiropractor, just something, whether it's nerve, whatever's going on.
Right.
But as a kid, I tried harder to fight his asthma than he did.
Right.
You know, we would give him things to do, and he just would never do it. After a while, I backed off. And I learned a lot from that lesson. I mean, I'm still sorry that he has asthma, but there's, you know, it's in his ballpark now. So
Yeah.
my point is, if you want it more than he does, let it go.
He won't have income for time off. Oh, so he has no FMLA to get. I don't know what's going on with that these days. I'm hearing negative
The what?
things. Family Medical Leave Act. hearing lots of negative stuff about that these days.
I don't know.
It used to be so easy to,
So is he's still
do that.
okay? So he's still trying to work. Comes home, sits in the recliner,
yeah, and
and eats, drinks Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Don't bring the
without
Mountain Dew.
moving. Yeah, don't bring home Mountain Dew. And if he wants to get himself, my husband, like I said, fractured his ankle recently, and he had one cigarette left, and he begged me to buy him cigarettes. I said, I won't. Sorry.
Good for you.
Because I don't agree with cigarettes, and there's no way I'm going to be an enabler and buy you
Yeah.
cigarettes. So you don't get any, at least not while I'm driving around. I drove around for 2 days. And then on the third day, when I couldn't drive him to his meetings and stuff, he drove himself and got himself some cigarettes.
Oh my gosh.
Back on it. And it's like, well, your choice, not mine.
Yeah. Totally.
I put in for a government job. Oh, good. Okay. She put in for a government job. Here's another question. And yes, came in. Who was that? Edward. We'll get to you. We've got a couple others. Okay. So government job. So do you tap into the government job?
Oh, Denise Shannon. It's Denise Shannon, not Shannon Denise.
Oh, it says Shannon Denise. Okay.
Okay, then I think I know who I'm talking to.
Okay.
So Edward.
No, we're still on Jody
Oh.
about the government job. She put in for a government job.
Oh, I thought we were back. We were done with the.
Well, we are, but she said she's put in for a government job, so we got to find out if she's going to get it.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm pulling a government job.
We are just a bundle of joy. Thank you, Jody.
Government job is Jody. Oh, sure. Please show me your no.
I think you're going to get it because I
Please
think
show
there's a
me
shortage
yes.
of your talents. I think they're going to see you coming. We are watching the pendulum do whatever.
It's a yes. It's building. So what that tells me, if it's building stronger and stronger, it's going to take time, but yes, it's a strong yes now. Okay, I hope that helps. Can you show me your strong yes? Thank you. Did you see that it stopped and started?
I
up
did,
again?
yeah. I thought you were doing that.
No, I was not
I am
doing
not
it.
good with a pendulum. I'm afraid my pulse is making it move.
So, and this one's name is Sam. It's a smoky quartz and amethyst. So, its name is Sam.
Thank you, Jody. You too.
We like to have fun. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Your time. Good rake your time. Okay. Offbeat. Okay, let's see. So, like a reading on the relationship I'm now in, her name. Didn't we talk about Daisy before?
I don't remember Daisy.
I do. Edward came in about Daisy before. Right now, she is visiting her friend in New York. No signal out there.
Well, the first thing I would tell you, Ed, it's early. Just sit back, relax. Give it
Daisy is the soft-spoken one. We talked about her last time, that she needed kid gloves to work with her. Don't be
I think
bold with her.
I don't know if I've met her. Was she at up at Tina's house on that Sunday morning, Ed? Is that where I met her? I remember you being there with can't think of her name now. 2 or 3 of them. I don't remember whether I've met her or not. I don't know that. Anyway, what I'm getting at is it's early, Ed. I would just sit back, relax, and
He was he's saying hi to Sammy Sam the pendulum.
oh,
He's rolling on the floor laughing. Hey, I named my pendulums. Each one has its own name and specific.
and don't be too let her do her own thing. Let her have her own space.
Well, right now she has been gone for a week.
Yeah.
And there's no signal in New York where she's at. And the person she's been with for a week now, and I've known her for a month or anything about the work I do in the higher realms. That's his questions.
I'm hearing it's a mutual bond.
What, between him and Daisy, or his
Yeah.
work? Okay.
Well, all of that. It's got possibilities. I would just let it develop on its own. Don't try to make things happen. Of course, who am I? Try to control more than one thing in my life.
Yeah. Let it flow. Not let it go, but let it flow.
Sammy the Sandpatter. So I think so. It's good. She's doing what she's doing there, and everything's fine.
And don't worry about what she's doing there. It's it's not your path. It's not your time to worry about her or anything else. If you don't hear from her after the week, then you can start worrying. But I think everything's fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, those,
not trying to be
those
weird,
ghost signals.
Yeah.
Now, don't panic. I think everything's on an even keel.
She has to be her.
Yeah.
She has to be present wherever she's at, just like you need to be present in the moment where you're at as well. And I'm glad you don't have any distractions right now. Okay. Anything else? Trying to tap into his work.
I think he's a caregiver.
Yeah.
You're a caregiver, correct, Edward?
Right. And it feels like it's. I just hear the word steady, and then I was checking my chakras for you, and there's a little bit of the word comes up as turmoil between your heart chakra and your solar plexus. So you need to, whatever that problem is, you need to work on that. It's not a bad thing. It's just something you need to, they're not communicating well together. And your heart chakra is the soul center. So it has to know what all the chakras are doing. It has to be the focal point. And the solar plexus are trying to tell it something, and it's not getting the message too well. It's not a bad thing. It's not heavy. It's not really bad, but it needs just to be resolved before too long, or it's going to get worse. And it can manifest into something bad. So you don't want that. You just want to get balanced. Get yourself an amethyst. It balances each and every chakra. Selenite is good with that too. Takes out the bad energy. So yeah, it's making me sit up straight. And you're a little worried about her. That's why your heart chakra is not being 100% in its own way as well. And your intuition in your solar plexus is saying, knock it off. So that's what the confusion is. Trust. You've got to trust. Even if the trust may be broken sometime down the road, you have to trust the here and now. You've been with her a month. It's not like you guys known each other well enough to know her energy when it changes. I mean, you might tap into her energy from where you're at, but and your intuition has said, no, don't do it. Oh yeah. Your heart is saying do it. And your intuition has said, no, leave her alone. She has to be in her space now.
Yeah.
You have to be in yours. The separation is only going to make you guys stronger. Okay.
Just give her space. That's the big thing I'm getting.
Yeah. Give her space.
Don't try to box her in.
No. You'll lose her. It's cling too tightly and you'll lose control. Okay?
You know what it is?
38 special.
It's like being a cat.
Okay.
I have a come in. He goes out when he wants to come out. He'll stand there at the door and meow, and I open the door, and then he won't even go out. Right. And he'll torture me. And then, all right, and then I'll go. What I'm getting at is, I've looked at past relationships. I try to treat women like a cat. to minimize the control,
Right, right,
Don't expect them to be at my side like the dog is, and
right, right.
I don't like that. Go and come, when we meet, we'll meet for dinner, meet for breakfast, whatever it is. But I gotta have you with me all the time,
Yeah,
Just,
yeah. So,
that's creepy. So pretend she's a cat and let her come and go when she wants.
but definitely 38 Specials song. It's always apropos for things like that.
38 Special.
That's the name.
I remember the group. What's the song?
Hold on loosely, but don't let go.
Oh, okay.
Cling too tightly, you're going to lose
They
control.
got another one I like. I can't remember what that is.
Yeah.
222.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks. Okay. I got that on my personal one, but not on this. Anyway. Okay. What time we got? It's
We
only
got a half an hour.
10:30.
I know. It seems like we've been here for hours.
But we've got Jody and Edward. We still haven't heard back from Jeanette or Natalie.
I had somebody pull a card, but nobody ever got back.
Oh, yeah, I think that was Natalie or Jeanette, one of the two US. I think it was Natalie. Anyway, they haven't gotten back to us. And Denise Shannon.
I think it's
I don't know
Denise
what
Shannon.
Okay. Or maybe she goes by Denise and she has two first names, or her middle name and her first name. I don't know. You know her better than I do.
If it's who I think it is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do quick commercials. Oh, I want to get QR code up
Who's
first.
Healing
Hold on.
Light World?
Oh, that's Edward.
Oh,
Okay.
been there twice.
This is Scott's book for anybody who is looking for some information. His book is great. So go ahead and do that. I think that is this is his book. That one was his Slack channel. So the first QR code was his website. So you can go on that one. And this is his book, Conferring with the Universe.
That's where I met Mr. Gabriel.
Oh, okay.
Among other things. Yeah, that's me and them having a conversation.
Okay. So definitely
Available on Amazon.
Yep. Oh. And let's see what else we got. Sorry, that's okay. And then let's go to some commercials. Yep. I commented on live. Scott Live. Not sure if you saw it. Lost the other live. So,
who do we
I'll
have?
have to check my lives then. Right. No, it looks fine. Okay, so we're going to go into some commercial and be right back. And for myself and all other Leos.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Okay, we're back. We have a chat. Let's see who else. Okay. Leo Rising. Oh, you've got a Leo Rising. Very good. Yes.
Speaking of cats,
yes.
aren't Leo's cats?
Yes.
The lion.
The lion. Yes. And the lion's gate is open. I have Leo Rising. I have a Leo sun, and Mercury is in my Leo. So, yeah, I've got a lot of Leos, but then I have a lot of Virgo too. So I've got like celebrating 2 months in a row.
You're a busy person.
I
No
get it.
end to the fun.
Yes, no end to the phone. Yes, it is open. Lionsgate is open and will be open until the 17th of August is the information I have, and it could be open longer because there's a lot of energy going on out there. And it will open up again on the 26th of August as well. Okay, so that's about the Lionsgate, and I hope to have some stuff on there, but there's other electronic technical things that I've got to work on before I start more videos. But I definitely want to get some videos out about the Lionsgate and all the other energy I'm feeling. So anything else that anybody else on that wants any clarifications or anything? Because
Children, cars, romance. Romance is always the big one. UFOs. I don't have much. Bevis on it has UFO contacts.
well, Syrians are about that. Oh, love these two. Hi, hi, Bonnie. Welcome in, Bonnie. Do you have any questions? Because we asked a question earlier. Why don't you?
What
ask
would you
Bonnie?
do with your last $5 if you're sitting in a parking lot and have $5 in your pocket? Would you hang on to it, or if somebody asked you to give it to them, would you let it go? Depends on. I'm trying to think. Depends on the day. I'll buy you. What was that? I'd gladly buy you a hamburger. It was that old Popeye cartoon.
Oh yeah, for a hamburger today. I buy you something tomorrow for a hamburger today. Yeah.
It always stuck with me. I thought, why would they say that? In other words, he's wanting a free hamburger,
Right.
or whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, and I forgot the guy's name, but it was
a Wimpy.
Wimpy. Yes, Wimpy.
Why did I remember that?
I
Oh my
don't know.
gosh. Popeye.
Let it go, let it go. It comes back tenfold.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
All
got
right.
it.
You're on track. Yeah.
Buy a lamp, and the lamp has a genie in it. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to find a lamp for $5, but
I've heard it's not allowed. If you're given 3 wishes, you're not. One of your wishes can't be for more wishes. I saw that in a movie. I thought that was very clever because everybody's first instinct is, give me more wishes.
Oh yeah.
And I saw somebody played on that, and I said, oh, wasn't it Robin Williams and the Disney thing, Aladdin's lamp? So now you can't have any more. You can't wish for more wishes, something like that. Yes, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a burger.
Well, she meant today instead of Tuesday. Today.
Pam, you were on track. You remember Wimpy and Popeye?
Of course she does.
But I didn't like spinach.
I did. I was okay with it. Yeah. I would not eat out of a can like that, but yeah.
I always imagined it ways the way he would squeeze the spinach right out of the can into his mouth and then become, as a kid though, I thought, oh, it'd be great. Superman for a minute.
Yeah. The spinach was not all that great. So do you have a question, Bonnie? Buy a lottery ticket and hope to be a millionaire. Yeah.
A lot of millionaires, a lot of lottery people end up worse off than they were when they started.
Yeah.
They can't handle the money. I could handle the money, but some people don't. I heard a story about this couple won something. Went out and bought a big house, 2 new cars, but neither one of them had jobs.
Oh my.
So they had no way to sustain the lifestyle once they went through the money. I've heard that several times.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote a book about that, following lottery winners.
Yeah. Am I going to stay in this house or will I move?
Bonnie, house. You love that house. Why would you want to leave it?
It's at the perfect spot. Because
it resonates with you, though.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm feeling too.
You're bored. That's why you're thinking.
No, she might have to move.
You think you have to move?
I'll take that chance, Scott. Give me the money. LOL.
Yeah. See if you can handle the money. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a plan to plan when I
Okay, she's not wanting to.
When I have
Okay, that makes sense. You don't want to.
financially. She wouldn't
Okay,
have
so
to.
here's where the options come in. Can you rent a room out? Roommate
She's
thing seems
got that.
you do. You got the roommate. Okay, raise her rent. I have a tenant, and somebody said, "How you doing?" And I said, "I'm tired of working for a living." She said, "Retire." And I said, "If I do that, I have to raise your rent."
She said, "Don't retire."
Yeah. Retire.
Spirit will give us the winning lottery numbers. Yeah.
You know, what if we could just five of us get together, say we're nice people. We'll share our. We'll give half the money away that we win. I wonder if that would trick them into giving us the numbers. Trick them. I wonder if they would they believe
I don't
it?
think they
Would they believe
trick.
us?
You have to be. It would have to be in your heart what you really want to do.
Bonnie, what I'm just getting is you'll know in 6 months. Otherwise, sit back and relax. I don't know what.
My question, it popped in my head. Does she have 6 months?
Where I get this, I see a picture of a house back east.
Oh, okay. So her roommate lease is up in 3 months. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, you don't own the house.
No.
Oh, then it's not an issue. I thought you owned it.
But it's still.
She loves it.
She loves it. It's the perfect place for her. It has the right numbers. It has 1111 in it, and that's all I'm going with. And it's very angelic. So.
Oh, you know what? This is your area. There's
my area.
Well, the affirmations, positive thinking.
Yeah.
The guidance, go with the flow.
Well, actually, let me pull up her. This is Bonnie's.
The other thing I'm getting, if you have to leave this, you're going to get another one that's as good or better. I'm hearing they're with you on this. There's powers to be working.
Okay, and I'm feeling very positive energy as far as, yes, I know where you're at right now was very synchronized and very serendipitous. But I'm feeling that your next area, I've got a little bit of heartache. Stop. Okay, the next one, I felt very positive about it, but now it's kind of muddled. You'll be moving forward better is what Scott said. It's something you'll like even more. I don't know if the numbers and the name will be I'm hearing no, it's not going to be in the same level that you're at, but it's still along your path. So with what you want to do, with your certification that you're getting, it's going to be closer to that. So it'll make sense to you when you find that next one. That's what I'm getting. It'll be the appropriate place for you.
That's what I feel like to me. And it would be, this house strikes me that there's more to do, yard work or something. There will be less consternation at the next house in terms of, what would I say, housekeeping.
Okay.
For what that's worth, unless you like cutting grass.
She didn't have grass, I don't think.
I just see this little cottage-like house.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm seeing the next one.
Oh, the one that she's at right now?
Yeah, it struck me as a single, separate building, small house.
It's not too small, but it's nice.
Is she here in Phoenix?
Nice. It's it's East Valley.
Oh, I had a sense that
it's not too far from here.
Oh, okay.
Next Friday, I will leave from here to go to her house to work on her website.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, we got to chat.
I wouldn't worry about it, Bonnie. I don't see anything horrible, terrible.
I repeat this multiple times. Yeah. And that's her affirmation. So I pulled that up for her. because I know she does repeat it all day
Good.
or whenever she needs it. Put it that way. And I don't want design. We'll get that off. Okay, so we're feeling positive for that, for the next house. And like I said, it's going to be more in line with the direction you're going or and your certification. So this particular house is what you needed at the moment.
Yeah.
And you're moving past that. You're moving forward.
That makes sense. Feels right.
Yeah. It feels good. Sorry.
Is that,
Uh,
is that 38?
I feel good. No, it's not 38 special. I forgot that. I forgot who that is.
Angie was doing something with her. She's going to win the lottery.
Yes. Yes.
I know I'm not giving half away. That's why my higher power won't give me a flat stomach. They know I'm not right. Oh.
Hey, as long as you read my or follow the directions in my article, I think it'll help. Let them know you're gonna follow at least some of those steps.
Psychic liposuction.
Yes.
I had real liposuction done once. When did I do? About 3 years ago. I was getting this thing in my stomach that jiggled when the truck would hit a bump. I hated the way it felt.
Oh my.
It's a weird process. They put these freezing things on it worked, but I said, crank it to the top. Don't do that. Because I went, my body it was weird. Anyway, you want to go work your way up, but I'm sort of a glutton for punishment as you crank it up. All the way up.
Yeah, that would be good.
So we got rid of those little jiggly spots. It does work. I was curious about it. Not non-surgical.
Oh, okay. Sounds better. It's like, why would I do that?
Oh, I forgot Tina does that stuff. Yeah,
yes.
Psychic liposuction.
Yeah.
Oh, there's then psychic facelift. I forgot about that. Maybe I should sign up for that. So I can look 35. I'm big in that 35 thing.
What's special about 35?
It's an age I identify with.
Oh, okay.
I was rocking and rolling, just could go 18 hours straight, working and
oh wow.
18 is an exaggeration, but dealing with my kids and all that stuff.
So how did the psychic lipo go?
Oh, good question. Are you 10 pounds lighter? I'm 45 for 20th time. Yes, I can totally.
Oh, I like that. So you're 35 for the 30th time.
I'm big on 35. Who'd I run into the other day? Well, like I was telling you this morning, you're 64. I said I would kill to be 64. 64 looks so young from where I am.
I feel young.
I'm in this business networking group, and I had we rotate, and I could stand up and say, hey, how wonderful I am by my product. And there's a questionnaire you fill out. And one of the questions is that they introduce you. And what's my burning desire? And I said to be physically 35 again. And all the heads in the room went this way.
Yeah.
In agreement. I don't want to be mentally 35 again. I'm much happier being here.
So it's not flat. I feel good. Da, 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 da. Yeah. I was trying to figure the name of that song or who did it, but I couldn't remember. I feel good. It's like James Brown or something. Oh yeah. I can see him.
I can
dancing.
I can see him too. What made you right? It was James Brown.
Okay. And well, I understand that it's not flat, but hopefully it helps some. Believe me, I understand that not
it does
flat
work.
these days.
A lot of it, around arms and bra lines and all this stuff.
And there's supposedly a miracle bra that that if you wear it, it reduces all the fat in your arms, around your breasts, and your stomach too.
Probably cuts off the circulation.
I don't know what it does, but it shows like there's energy going from it, and that it makes everything it reduces the amount of fat, so it flattens everything or builds it up. It brings all the extra fat into the breasts. So I don't know how
Or
that
so
works. I would think
squish
that
it
would be
around
a
where you want it.
miracle. I guess so. I have no idea.
I can't relate to that well, but I didn't like the rolls I was getting over my belt. I don't know how people tolerate that. It
Yeah.
looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And they tighten their belt so low, and it's like it's supposed to be up higher, you know?
Sorry. Hope you don't have belt problems out there.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
Well, we amused Bonnie. She laughed and cried. It's not flat.
That's her stomach.
Oh, but on your lipo, your psychic lipo, you did get some results. It sounds like something changed.
But it's not the way you expect. I started working out with Gabe from class
Oh, okay.
about a month ago.
Good for him.
That is showing results. Yeah, everybody was saying how great you looked on the live Wednesday night. I had to remember when it
Eat
was.
broccoli and beef. That's what I told Gabe. Only broccoli and beef.
No, I don't. I think the beef she would eat, but not the broccoli.
People-
I think.
Broccoli is developed. We eat a lot of broccoli around here. When Bev's mother, when she was caretaking for her mother in her 90s, she would only give her mother broccoli and beef, and her mother was getting ticked off at the diet. Can't we? But the mother's numbers started improving
Okay.
categorically.
So, whatever you guys were doing, you were doing it right,
Yeah,
right?
kale. Yeah.
Yeah, kale's good, and you can make kale chips too. And you
Oh
put-
yeah. Dehydrate them.
Or just get some olive oil and fry up a little bit.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you love broccoli, so you don't love the beef?
Well, then eat just broccoli.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Shrimp and broccoli. Okay, that works too.
Oh, you drink it. Shrimp and broccoli is one of my favorites. Oh, okay. Shrimp and broccoli.
Oh,
Just be
kale and
careful with
shakes.
your
Yeah,
shrimp.
that's about the only way I can take it. Drink it. I'm not a kale fan. I mean, I'll eat it. Yeah, I like the idea of the drinking it, grind it up, and throw other stuff in on top of it. The thing I'm finding out is spinach is not. Is it? There's something in spinach that's not good for you.
Right.
It's OAT, or what do they call it? What's in? Yeah.
Osculate. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it hurts the kidneys.
it's something that's not good.
Yeah,
But-
I can only have so much of it. Oscillate.
Broccoli and beef. Tell Gabe I said broccoli and beef. I know, because I told her. Oh, no physical result in the psychic lipo. Go for the freeze test.
I know it's something in here. I forgot what it was. Bad ingredient in spinach.
We're looking up spinach, bad ingredients.
Yeah, spinach has it. Something else does too.
Something about dark chocolate has it, or cacao. Somebody told me the other day. I said, seriously?
Oxalates. Yeah, oxalates.
Oxalates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oxalates, which
Yeah.
can contribute to the formation of kidney stones. Oh, really?
Yep, it does. It does. I know somebody
So
told
it's
me that.
supposed to be one of the superfoods.
So you don't consume in excess, and it can bind to calcium in the body. Yes,
Oxalates.
and most stones are made out of calcium of one form or another. I know. I've had calcium or stones for
Really?
many years. Yes. Oh my goodness! This year would make 40 years.
of
Stones.
of eating broccoli.
No, I gotta eat broccoli more.
There was
I
some
meant no
guy.
physical results.
Do you
on the
eat
high
much
carb.
olive
Okay.
oil?
Huh?
Do you consume?
I do olive oil, yes.
Well, I ran into a florist at the time I was working for him, and he had kidney stones.
Mhm.
He found some remedy. He was drinking like a cup of olive oil at a time.
Ooh.
And I could probably do it now, but at the time of that, but whatever he did, it worked. It got rid of whatever he was wrestling with. I've gone.
Wow, and we get information in different ways, different times. So
Yeah.
I always love that. And Bonnie gave me some information the other day that I need to follow up. She thought I would be a good medical intuitive.
Yeah.
And there was one other thing, something that's close to medical intuitive, and I don't remember what the terminology is. And she recommended a book. I know I wrote it down somewhere, but
I worked with
probably
a
the
gal
book.
that introduced me to this stuff, and she was big on herbs. So you'd go see her, and she'd do her magic and muscle testing. She could tell your pulse rate
Wow.
with muscle testing.
Oh, okay.
And I'm
Cool.
going, and she'd sit there and she would go trance, and she'd do muscle testing on her hands, and she was always, and she'd, of course, every time you go back, you needed a different herb.
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay, now that.
Okay. Angie says, "Can I get a card or two, which to look forward to or let go of for August?"
Two
So-
numbers between 1 and 34. And let me find them.
Did you put them in order? You
Yep,
did.
I did. They didn't get my nervous habit is to shuffle them, and I have to wait. Don't shuffle. 2, 7, 26. All right, we'll go 3. I guess 2.
If you need 3 numbers, Scott.
Well,
Well, I thought
Angie
you
is
said
a lot
2,
of
but that's
extra work. We'll do the extra card.
okay.
7, 26. Except somehow I flipped them. 26. We've got it. We have the 3. Okay, 26 is within. You don't like to do that, Angie. You like to get the answers from somebody else outside.
Okay. So the first one. No, that was the last one. You want to go with 2, 7, and then 6.
No, 26 is what I just.
Yeah, but I meant they're in order. She called for 2, 7, and 6, but 26 wanted up.
That's the one that jumped out at me.
Okay.
So it's easier to look out, I know, rather than in. I'm guilty of that as well, but somebody's trying to beat you over the head with a baseball bat again. So 2 and 7. You see these too much at one time. We'll just do 2. Where the camera is. 2, ask. That's a pretty card.
Yeah, that is a beautiful card.
Ask. Oh, well, you want to win a lottery numbers, you got to win to ask for it, I guess. But when I look at this, you
Okay.
almost have, my sense with Angie is what I'm getting, you're afraid to ask people. There's an independence in you that you're resistant to asking for help. And you need to let that down, because I think people are more willing to come to your aid than you would suspect.
Yeah.
And then what I get here on appreciation, my inclination here is, and I'm guilty of this as well, it's so easy to complain about what you don't have, what's not going right, as opposed to really focusing on what you do have. And I'll give an extreme example. I can be downtown working or driving around, whatever I'm doing, and I can be having a cruddy day until I look at somebody sitting in a wheelchair with no legs, and I go, my life's pretty good, no matter what's happening. And you mentioned earlier you're working 3 jobs. That's a tough road. However, you have the ability to work. You have the ability to appreciate the jobs and go get the jobs. And you're not sitting around worrying about the next move because you have the profile makeup ability, pull those pieces together. Some people can't even do that. So kudos to you for your diligence and your work ethic and your desire to actually go out and solve the problem rather than sit around, feel sorry for yourself. Patient turns to apathy after so long. I don't know whether it does or not. There's a lesson there, I would think.
Yeah. Well, she's been told that be patient for so long now, and I can understand why that's.
Well,
I don't
there's,
do that.
but that's almost where I'm going there is you're worrying about the future rather than being in the now. If you're being aggravated at being told to be patient, that tells me you're futurizing. Okay.
Okay, get it.
Rather
Yeah.
than my stomach's full right now. I have a healthy body. There's a roof over my head. In this moment, I'm right here and I'm safe. Rather than that, which we all do. Oh my God, what's going to happen if my roommate moves out? Then I won't have the rent. And you can go
Yeah.
on and on and on.
What if? Yeah. But that's all future stuff. The ask. When I saw the ask, the first thing I heard was ask the moon, and the moon is going to be full.
Mm.
And you were talking about manifesting and the Lion's Gate. So it's going to be on the 1st that it's going to be at its highest, the full moon. So and embrace that and ask the moon, because I'm feeling that you're having a really hard time receiving right now, and that could be just all the patience or being told patience and all that, and there's 3 faces that we can see on this, and I'm feeling that there's 4. There's 4 sides to you right now, and they're kind of warring with themselves, but you need to all 4 work together when you ask what you need to ask. And you're asking, I'm saying, not your guides, not the usual place, but sit and just look up at the moon and feel the energy coming directly to you. And that's when you ask. That's how I'm feeling on that.
She appreciates all her jobs. What I don't like is how long it takes to get from step 1 to 2.
Yeah.
So is that futurizing again? Is that impatience? Is it lack of gratitude?
Yeah.
Is it?
But I know you love to receive. That's not it. There's something that's blocking the receiving, because when I think of the receiving, when it's my left arm is painful, that means you're having problems with it. You have no problems in giving. So that's where I'm seeing that there's something blocking that. Yes, you love to receive. I'm not saying you don't, but there's something blocking your receiving. You're having problems doing it. I mean, even if somebody is giving you something now, but there's something blocking.
Definitely a resistance, I'm feeling.
A resistance of some sort, but not. And I know you've been patient. You're tired of waiting. I understand that, but there's something blocking it.
There's something she's not getting, which they aren't going to let it go. There's a barrier there that she hasn't recognized.
Yeah.
It's in a thinking. It's a thinking and it's not a belief. That makes sense?
Yes, I understand. I mean,
I want to go back to mom and childhood. There's something that you've got programmed in your head. I can feel it. I wish I could put my finger on it better for you.
Well, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but you had said, and I'm almost positive it was you, because Gabriel was here too, that need to let go of the past. Yeah, the memories, fine. The lessons learned, fine. But let go of the actuality of the pain of the past. That's what you need to let go of. Just remember the lessons learned, but not the pain of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the tough part.
I'm not a person who's going to keep asking. No, I know you're not going to keep asking. You don't need to ask anymore. There's something blocking you from receiving. So you don't have to ask anymore. We've got to find out what that blockage is. Good.
There's some humble. Don't take this personally, but there's some humbleness and humility lacking. Does that strike a bell? That's what I'm getting. There's something. The picture I'm getting is like kneeling down before God. I know you're bigger than I am, I can't do this. I could sure use some help. Show me the way.
And I know she does ask.
And that's what I'm in conflict with, because I think she's that way. But there's something that you're not humble about. LOL ask. Card came up. Oh, she's pulling her own cards? Or did you?
Well, this card, and she said the ask card came up that she was laughing about.
See? You're not taking us seriously.
I think I have a feeling she takes things too seriously sometimes, but that's, yeah. And I know you've asked a lot of times, and I know that the ask card came up and you should ask again, but I'm feeling that you've done the asking, but the receiving is blocked. So yeah.
It's like I'm getting this energy. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I want you. Come here. I don't need you. There's a back and forth.
Was it
one
of the cards to ask?
Yeah, number 2.
Yes.
There's a tug of war going on.
Yeah, that's what I feel with Angie, is there's a tug of war.
Between what she's been told she should do versus what her inside wants to do.
So should she do what she's told to do, or what her insides tell her to do?
Oh, the feeling. Ta-da! Within.
The answer is.
How did I know that? I amaze myself.
So basically, what you're being told to do, don't do. What your
Feels like to do.
Feels like her intuition, her gut is telling her that's what she needs to do.
But there's a definite, I'm just feeling banging your head against the wall or two conflicting energies.
Yeah.
Now for a mere $1,000, we'll take the curse away.
Yeah. LOL. Yeah. Right. Okay. So it is that time. Do you want to tap into?
Yeah.
And maybe Gabriel will have a little bit more insight than we do, and can go direct with Angie or whomever. Let's see.
You can run commercials, or I can go right into it, whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm going to go into
right
commercials.
into it.
You want to go right into it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
They are here. I've been wondering what they're going to talk about today.
Clear as mud. Yeah.
Yes, clear as mud. We see you all laughing, in a sense, at our casual arrival. We are not in a spacesuit. We are not in a spaceship, and we are not in an airplane. We are energetically, shall we say, floating around, surrounding you, blending with you, perceiving you, influencing you, sharing with you, molding you, directing you, if that makes sense to you. Energetic connection is way beyond most of what you are being taught as physical beings. The importance of physical awareness is totally contrary to the experience of breathing, feeling, touching, walking. As you mature in this process and partake of these lessons and experiences with each other in your realm, if you are cognizant of how you feel near each other, working with each other, cooperating with or not cooperating with, you become sensitive to the greater understanding of what's actually happening around you that's influencing your day-to-day existence. Those of you sitting in a conversation with a favored person versus being in a conversation with an unfavored person are experiencing conflicting energetic transference, if we may be discreet. It is our wish that you tune in to these frequencies way more than you are consciously aware of. The frequencies affect you daily. They affect you minute by minute. They affect you as you're driving your car, as you're doing your work, as you're working on your computer. Be tuned in, tapped in. That is the phrase that seems to be the coin of the day. Be aware is the other coin we want to throw at you. Be cognizant of your mental activity. Be cognizant of the sectors of your mind where all this activity is taking place. There are different functions going on in different parts of your mental faculties that clearly differentiate when you receive us, when you receive your own thinking, etc., etc. Transparently, our encouragement for today in minimal words is pay attention to what you're thinking and where it's coming in and where you are perceiving. Then the next simplest thing is be aware of how you feel around other people, other buildings, other environments, other situations, other conversations. All of this is energetic transference. Once you pay attention, you know more clearly which direction to go, and it's more with a feeling rather than a logical understanding. Those are our words of wisdom for today. Until we meet again, continue, enjoy, don't sweat the small stuff, and take the next step and the next step and the next step, and don't worry about 10 steps away until you take the first 9. Blessings to you all.
Thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate it. Oops. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week.
Same time, same place.
And hopefully A5 Says and Sherry Berry will be on Sunday afternoon, possibly at 1 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. That's the last I heard. I'm not sure if that's the case. And check out Angels. And is it Angels Who Fly? Have a good weekend too. But Angels on Twitch. I don't know if she does YouTube too, but check her out. Hopefully she'll have some posts on Facebook so we can see what's exactly going on. And then Monday is Shauna Sellers. Angels Will Fly. Thank you. Angels Will Fly on Twitch, in YouTube, possibly Facebook as well. So Naturally Divine Goddess, Shauna Sellers on Monday with Tea Time. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and enjoy life and each other out there. Thank you so much for stopping in, and let's see if I can find what I need.
Go, be happy.
Yes, be happy. Be you.